Hello, people of the YouTube world. Firstly, apologies for not having a video up sooner. I have recorded a few, I just haven't got around to editing them. So we'll maybe keep those for when we have some bad weather, because it's overcast, but it's quite nice today. Anyway, today's video is going to talk about a little issue I had on the bike. I went to work on it last Saturday and got to work fine, and just turning onto the estate where work is, I noticed that the indicators were flashing dim, and then when I put it into neutral it was very dim, the old neutral light there. So I switched it off, switched it back on again and tried to start it, and sure enough, like, battery's flat. So I thought, not to worry, I can always either push it or bump it. Push it to get it going, or I can always use a car or something, a fork truck, they're 12 volts, and jump start it to get home. So I thought nothing of it, so did my shift my morning at work, and then the bike started fine. So that was me, I was on my way home, and then I was sort of just coming back into Congleton here, I noticed that the indicators were dim again, and the bike just wasn't sounding right when the indicators were flashing. The neutral light was basically non-existent. More new homes. Goodness gracious me. Guess what? They're building on floodplains again. So next time it rains and we have huge downpour of water, all these houses will hopefully get washed away. It's ridiculous, the amount of new houses. Anyway, that's something for another day. So yeah, I was just turning into my my little housing estate there, had the indicator going, and this car about 3 down from the one that had just passed me was flashing me to go. So I thought, great, I'll give it some beans. I'm not sure, actually, I might have some video footage. I'm not sure if the camera was going still or not. But I gave it some beans and set off, and it was like a bloody kangaroo. It was such an embarrassment. Every time the indicator came on, the bike died, and then when the indicator went off again, the bike sort of picked up again. So if you imagine the flash speed of an indicator and the bike kangarooing to that, I realised then what had happened. So I cancelled the indicator, and then it rode fine heading up to the house. So sure enough, parked it on the driveway, switched it off, tried to start it again, was having none of it. So I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll have a brew, put the battery on charge, and then we'll have a look at it, because I've got an oxidizer pigtail on this, and then we'll have a go at it. So left it on charge, had a brew, went back out to it. It started up fine again. So I thought, okay, what we'll do, we'll get the multimeter on and we'll check the voltage, and we'll make sure it's getting a charge. It could just be the battery's you know, weak. We've had some cold weather, it could have got frozen. So I got out my trusty multimeter, I whacked it on the battery, and it was reading, I think it was 11.8 volts or something like that. So the bike was just enough to start it, but even with the bike running and increasing the RPMs of the bike, the battery just wasn't getting anything above 11.8 volts. We'll call it 11.8 volts. It just wasn't receiving a charge. So I thought, okay, it's the regulator rectifier jobby. So I took off the side panel to go and investigate that, and on one of the main control relays there was a corroded and broken wire. Now I've got some pictures here, because obviously I didn't have a video of these bits, so I've got this broken wire here and an incredibly corroded connector. So I thought, alright, yeah, this is the problem. So I also checked the AC wire, what's it called, off the stator. I checked those out, those are all fine. So I knew basically it was this broken wire. And looking at a circuit diagram for the bike, it's certainly related to the charging circuit. So that was that. So I'd park the bike up then. I didn't have anything I could improvise to use a connector for. So I went on eBay. Ah, the sun's out over here. Flipping heck. So I went on eBay and I actually found a whole wiring loom for a bike of similar vintage, a Yamaha again, similar vintage, complete with all the relay modules and everything, for 30 quid, free postage. So basically I ordered that. My idea is I'm just going to transplant the pin across and everything will be good. So we had a week of work, and then Friday came, picked it up from the post box in my shoe box, and then sort of just examining where that's the same plug, and true enough, the same wire on the new loom. Well, I'll call it the new loom, but it's not new. It's new to me, but it's off an old scrappy bike. So true enough, that same wire has been botched with a little crimpy joint, and again that had corroded again. So it's obviously a common thing. So in the plug on the new loom I found a pin that was good, so extracted that from the multi-way. They just clip in, so just by teasing the plastic lug apart you can pull the pin out and chop that off. And then I went back to the bike, stripped it all down, cleaned the plug up with some WD-40 and a rag and some screwdrivers and I think a drill bit. Managed to find a small drill bit that I could wrap into a rag and then put into the socket to get rid of all that green coppery corrosion junk. Stripped the wire back, soldered a new pin on, and I'm not sure what this car was doing behind me then. Soldered a new pin on, heat shrinked it, plugged it in, started it up. We have charge on the battery. So there was that. So I think one of the maintenance procedures is going to be making sure that that plug is nice and dry and give it some WD-40. I have ordered some electrical not cleaner, it sort of keeps the dampness off the electrical connections. I've ordered some of that, so when that comes in I'll give it a good dousing with that. So I got the bike back. So that was an interesting few hours on Friday morning. Little repair. Got a good charge on it now. Just above idle. Even with the headlight on and the hazards flashing and everything, we've got good charge rate. So I'm quite pleased with that. So tomorrow is the Stoke-on-Trent egg run, which I will be recording. And then the following Sunday, I think it's the 8th, if I'm not mistaken, it's a bigger, better breakfast at the Raven Cafe. And yes, the Raven Cafe is open for business still. Apparently all the issues that she was having with the landlord have all been sorted out, and it's open for business. Which is awesome news. I still can't make the Thursday bike nights due to work, but I can certainly do the breakfasts. The breakfast weekends. And finally for this video, I want to talk about the new drift camera, the Ghost 4K. Now, I was quite excited by this when it was announced, until we got to see the design. And it's sort of, I don't know, I don't like it. You've now got one small LCD screen on the back, and it's gone to like a modular design. So on the side of it you can put a battery or other modules to clip into it. I'm not a big fan of that, because that's bringing back sort of the things that I hated about the GoPro. So I will not be investing in the Ghost 4K. What I'm going to do is probably get another Ghost S for a second camera angle, or maybe even the Stealth. Is it the Stealth 2? It does 1080 at 30 frames a second. So that might be a possibility. And then it should really sell all my GoPro stuff to fund that, but I kind of like having the GoPro, although since getting the drift I have not used the GoPro at all. I had to dig around and find all the batteries. I had to dig around and find all the batteries for it. And get them all charged up, ready for tomorrow. So yes, I shall, I'm going into the Starbucks down here, so I shall bid you a farewell. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll no doubt see you with a lot of other bikers tomorrow. Oh, and in this video you can comment down below, what's your favourite drink from Starbucks? See you later.